welcome to my totally legit news show. Isn't it funny that this whole K-pop news show started out as a joke and then someone called me out for misinformation? I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. And then this turned into a super legit thing. I mean, as legit as a fake news show filmed in my room can get. Anyway, Stan 21. So today we are going to be talking about NCT127's Yuta, who has been in the news recently for his association with a certain YouTuber. We are also going to be talking about BLACKPINK's full album announcement, as well as who may or may not have been confirmed as the featured artist for their August single, as well as the demo version for Twice's More and More, which was very surprising for a lot of people, and Ateez's comeback showcase, which I'm gonna tell you all about. Took so many screenshots, what a concert experience. So if you're interested in one of those subjects, all of those subjects, this video is separated into super fancy segments so you can effectively scroll through the time bar. It admittedly messes with my watch time, which means my channel would probably die faster if you do that, but like, it's fine, don't worry. Okay, so let's start. Actually, I'm gonna stop you right there to remind you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And you can also join my channel memberships. It's just the join button next to the subscribe button, which means you can watch these videos earlier, get some sneak peeks, all of that jazz. Okay, so let's start with NCT127's Yuta, who has come under fire recently for his association with a seemingly problematic YouTuber. So in a recent V-Live, he has expressed that he was close with the YouTuber Ri. So this is actually kind of a really complicated situation because we see a lot of misinformation going around. It's also important to note that the implications of this are quite complicated given the political undertones they have. And those very political undertones are not the easiest to relay given the little amount of confirmed information that I actually have at the time of filming this. And I really do try my best to fact check things, but it's a little bit difficult in this situation because of the multitude of accusations towards this person. It's hard for me to fact check this, especially since all of his content is basically in Japanese. So people started out by saying that this YouTuber was a Japanese YouTuber and they accused him of being anti-Korean and pro-Japan and also misogynistic and anti-women. But he actually is Korean. Now, as for the accusations on whether or not he is actually anti-Korean, there are so many stories going around. Some are saying that he uses this kind of anti-Korea type of thing for clickbait for his channel, while other people are saying that that's being blown out of proportion because he simply criticizes Korean politics. However, it seems that Ri himself has responded to this. So there were 3 different stories, and Linda was so kind to translate these for me, so you can go follow her account. I'm not gonna say that username out loud, but she's really a sweetheart. The first story reads, so apparently there happened to be an article about me and NCT127 Yuta. I got labeled as an anti-Korean YouTuber just because Yuta stated that we are good friends. I never wanted to say anything about our friendship and about how close we are, but the amount of manipulative false information is getting on my nerves. Therefore, I will take action. And then in the second story, the article says, NCT Yuta, friendship with an anti-Korean YouTuber, remarks during V-Live controversy. And his response to this says, they really said that, huh? And the picture of Yuta they chose is so emo, it's problematic. Who do you call an anti-Korean YouTuber? I am Korean anyway. And then the third story reads, I never said I was anti-Korean, did I? Do you not know how much damage such an article can cause in this internet society? The times where people that were misunderstood just stay silent has ended. This time I will do everything in my power to prove those accusations wrong. So it seems that Ri has been vehemently denying these anti-Korean accusations. However, when it comes to the accusations of him being misogynistic, @notpantoa on Twitter actually posted a thread about this. I'm gonna blur any problematic content. So fans' response to all of this was of course quite mixed. We see people on one end of the spectrum, of course, demanding that he leave NCT because they think it's ruining NCT's image. But then there are people on the other side of it all saying that, you know, he doesn't represent what his friends believe in. And there are also a lot of people saying that he might have not known about this YouTuber's past. So SM as of yet has not released a statement. However, it seems that Yuta has unfollowed him on Instagram. But fans of course would like a clarification by SM Entertainment on the situation and some type of statement given the severity of the accusations towards this YouTuber and the consequent association with Yuta. Moving on to Blackpink, who have announced a full album release, which will be titled, allegedly, The Album. First of all, this doesn't surprise me because they literally named Jennie Solo. I also have a tattoo from Jennie Solo. So before anyone comes for my Blink card again, just know that you better bring some extra good brownie points to the table. Second of all, I thought that they said it was coming out in September, but all of a sudden now it is October 2nd, which is one day away from October 3rd. What a missed opportunity. And that's why I've said previously that I think they're kind of stingy with their dates because I don't even think they know, way beforehand when things are going to come out. I think they're really winging it and just kind of making us think like they have it all put together. I don't even think they have all the songs like ready yet. But I digress. This honestly doesn't feel real to me. It feels, I just don't know how to act now that I know we're getting a full album. I've actually been keeping 2 Blackpink songs on reserve, like 2 Blackpink songs that I refuse to listen to in case of an emergency. Do you guys ever do that? So I feel like now I can finally listen to Hope Not and Kick It. Does anyone else do that? Like you save a song for a rainy day so that you don't exhaust an artist's entire discography? Maybe I've just been through too many disbandments. I did, however, want to point out the first comment that I saw in this post, and it says, 13 How You Like That Remixes, Heart Eyes. If there is not a remix and an acoustic version of a song on this album, then Blackpink have officially been replaced with imposters and this is just a simulation. But on that note, we actually might have an update as to who might be featured on their August single. So a lot of people were saying it's Ariana Grande, and they were saying that Ariana liked Jennie's post on Instagram. And I looked for it. I looked for Ariana's like on both pictures, on both Blackpink official and Jennie's Instagrams, and I couldn't find it. So you guys are telling me like she liked the post, but I couldn't verify that myself, so I didn't put it in the video. Here's my theory. I think maybe she did originally like the post, but then everyone was like, oh my god, confirmed Ariana Grande, and they knew that she wasn't the one they were collabing with. And this is just all hearsay. This obviously isn't the truth. It's just what I think. I think maybe they asked her to remove her like to just not spread further misunderstandings. I don't know. Maybe she didn't even like it in the first place. I have no way to confirm. But now it seems that there was like a leak of some sorts, and it seems that it's Selena Gomez. Now, in response to this, how weird is that? In response to this, YG actually let out a statement saying that we need to wait for the release. Which seems a little fishy like, because why Selena Gomez? Like, why would they leave a statement for Selena Gomez but not anyone else? And for a lot of fans, this is seemingly coming out of nowhere. So it's really interesting to think about. So it might actually be Selena Gomez. So let me know, how excited are you for the album? And what are your updated predictions? Are you still hoping for an Ari Pink collab, or are you pretty much on board with the fact that it's Selena Gomez? Because a lot of people are saying it is Selena Gomez, but nothing has kind of been confirmed. Okay, so we're gonna move on to my super fun segment called Kpop Shenanigans, which is basically fun little things that have happened. In K-pop recently. So we have BTS, who are having a comeback on August 21st. And on top of that, they're soon releasing their reality show, which is called In the Soup. We also have ONEUS, who have made their comeback with Come Back Home. Come Back Home. My neighbors are downstairs. I was gonna belt that out for you. G-Idol are also having their comeback on August 3rd with Dum Dee Dum Dee, while Saturday released their second teaser for their comeback with Dibby Dibby Dee. And it's actually giving me Twinkle Twinkle vibes by Girls' Day. And then we also have Ateez, who have just had losing my voice. And then we have Ateez, who have just had their comeback showcase. I just spent the last 3 hours watching it. And here's the thing, I want you guys to vote down below. I'm sure we all know by now what title song won. Inception versus Thanks. Now, I was conflicted because Inception gives me second gen vibes, right? But Thanks, Thanks, it just screams Ateez to me. So I didn't vote. But then they performed both songs in their showcase, and I fell so deeply in love with Thanks. I was actually so heartbroken when I found out what song won. I had to lay down for 20 minutes. It was so dramatic. I think it was just emotional that everything was ending. But anyways, a little bit of a recap. Ateez literally did, the look at you, look at me thing, and I was like, oh, Okay. I took a bunch of screenshots I'm probably showing you right now. Overall, it was such a fun experience and I actually really enjoyed it. I hope to join more online concerts in the future, especially since I find myself especially in the past, found myself a little bit too anxious to go to things in person. So if you were there too, let me know. And if you'd like a review of their songs, let me know as well. Okay, so we are going to end this video by talking about Twice's demo for More and More. So it seems that this has kind of come out of the blue and a lot of people have sent this to me. It is Zara Larsson's original demo for More and More and it's called Back and Forth. And now it seems that it's being deleted from all platforms, which is a little fishy like. But anyways, it's super interesting to listen to. If I can find a link, I will leave it down below. And it really seems like it was released out of nowhere. I don't know who leaked this, but there are people who are saying that it was originally supposed to be part of her debut album and then it didn't make it. And some people are actually quite confused about this, but this is actually pretty common within the music industry. For example, Kesha made a demo for Run Devil Run, but then the song ended up going to Girls' Generation. I never knew about your red horns. And I think even IZ*ONE's La Vie en Rose was originally demoed by CLC, but then it ended up going to IZ*ONE. So this is kind of common practice. But I think it's so interesting to see a song through different lenses, right? So CLC's La Vie en Rose sounds very different from IZ*ONE's version, right? And likewise, Zara Larsson's Back and Forth has such a different feel from Twice's More and More. So it's really interesting to see a different vision of the song. Because I find Zara Larsson's version a little more sultry, shall we say? That was hard to say. But then Twice have definitely added like elements of cuteness to their version, right? So it's interesting to see how different artists would put their own feeling into the song. And I think that's also my response to people who feel conflicted about things like this. I've heard some people expressing that, they thought that the song was made specifically for Twice and that it had this Twice sound to it. And I would agree that it definitely does have that Twice sound. I mean, this song, again, has different feelings depending on who is singing it. It's just that this actually does happen a lot in the music industry. There are plenty of videos that actually show specific artist songs and who they were originally for to begin with. But it's definitely interesting how this song is being blocked, especially on YouTube. So, maybe JYP doesn't want this getting out. That's just my own personal opinion because it does kind of make people kind of think twice. I'll see myself out. So let me know, which do you vibe with more? Do you like Zara Larsson's or Twice, or do you like both? I think there are definitely charms to both of them. So yeah, that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. And if you didn't skip around, you get brownie points. Leave it down in the comments below. As for me, I'm gonna get going, but before I do, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have, and you can also join my channel memberships. These are the current individuals who make up my channel. Thank you so much for supporting me every single month. So yeah, bye!